Welcome back, guys. This is Chaotic TV's continuing production of IPL's 5 selection of games. In the bottom right, we have, in this third game, playing for Team Startale, he is Bomber the Blue Terran.
And on the top right of Entombed Valley, we see the red Protoss player using the tag Barrel. It's Creator Prime.
Very successful early, just simple 2 DTs against Bomber in that last game. Do you think we'll see another really quick, what some people would call cheese and some people call effective play, come out of Creator again?
Well, he just totally caught him off guard, and I don't think he would be able to do the same thing again. I think once it happens to you once in a series, you're just kind of wary of it. It's in the back of your mind. At the same time, you could metagame that to think that, you know, he'd be expecting it, and you do it anyway or something. I don't know.
In a sense of, I know you know, I know you know.
Yeah.
And essentially, at one point, somebody's gonna, I know you know too much, and then they'll know nothing. But yeah, I think you're right. But I think Bomber's gonna go into just a slightly more safe play of his regular expansion.
Well, if not scanning the Protoss base to make sure. I mean, I could even see the early engineering bay for upgrades and just one missile turret at the choke completely prevents that.
Yep. There's some corners you can't cut when you're a little bit more afraid, and the problem is if you add on corners instead of cutting corners on a build, you do delay that high tech that you will need to move on to eventually. But if you add on too many things before you take your second base, or you add on if you take away too many things before taking your second base, you may be screwed, and in too little or too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell. You can't just say that he was taking a chance. He might have seen a weakness in Bomber's play to the point where he says, oh, he doesn't usually keep his energy to the point where he would have a scan, or he'd never, you know, he's not going to have a missile turret or something. So he might have just been taking a calculated risk and making those Dark Templars, and it seems to have paid off for him.
I think Bomber's going right into this second base, which seems to be not so much a derivation of our safe play, in the sense that he gets more an eBay and a missile turret right away. I think he's going for that second orbital command very quickly, just in case. And also to boost his economy, he's taking a little bit of a risk in getting that.
Trader actually knows about it because he was in the base and he saw the barracks and no gas, and that is always followed up by an expansion.
And Bomber knows the Creator knows. Back to that I know you know thing. So he's dropping a bunker just in case in case there is a quick push by Creator Prime.
Yeah.
We do see Creators on Nexus come out.
That would have to be like a 3-stalker type play. The only thing that would be a strength against that would be able to delay that. But obviously we know that nothing of the sort is happening since he only has one gateway.
Right. I can't imagine the nerves these guys go through. We see a second gas coming down from Creator, and the first gas coming down for Bomber. He's done the one barracks expand into 2 extra barracks before factory, instead of the 1-1-1 that we saw in the first game.
Yeah, he's going to start this game out a little bit marine heavy. A lot of times after a fast expansion like this, you'll see 2 gas come up right away if they're going to go into tech and upgrades, but he's going to focus on his economy and just making low-tier units to defend with for now.
Creator is hiding all of his extra barracks, and with the transfer of probes, his Nexus, his natural production is getting underway. His natural mining is getting underway.
Yeah. This is just going up to 4 gates here. We don't see any Robo or any Twilight Tech yet, so I don't know if he'll try to make some kind of a 4-gate pressure here out of 2 bases, but it seems kind of unlikely with what he's built so far.
Yeah, he's got 4 sentries out right now, and you don't normally see 4-gate with so many sentries. But he does have a forward pylon ready to be used, and Bomber has another bunker coming in, which would help fend off whatever 4-gate pressure that Creator Prime can throw out.
I think he may just be taking a fast third here a lot of these sentries points to kind of defending more than attacking, unless you have a robo paired with it. But these aggressive pylons seem to say otherwise.
You think he'll do a little bit of poke just to put Bomber on the back foot and then take a third behind it?
I think he might step on top of that ramp and see 2 full bunkers and get the hell out of there.
Although the sentries will help against the repairing, there are so many Marines here that this very light unit composition from Barrel without so much range and damage. Why do I call him a Barrel? Crater Prime.
He's going for it here.
Wow.
What he's hoping to accomplish. I don't think he has enough zealots, but he does have a lot of units here. Just
the first bunker goes down, but these zealots are melting after, and these force fields are good, but there does seem to be a relatively similar army composition coming out of it. But Bomber supply is actually a lot lower than I thought.
Yeah, it turns out he had enough units. It was just, like I said, a timing that I didn't think was going to come, but all the sentries between the Guardian Shield and the force fields, they helped.
Now Bomber has lost a lot of SCVs, but he is holding relatively well, and he's got more reinforcing SCVs and Marines coming down, although they're not actually fighting right now.
This is doing a lot of economy damage, and he's not really giving up anything for it. Crater hasn't missed a beat on his Pearl production here. He's just gonna keep on with his plan and keep the pressure on. You see him keep picking up the SCVs they're trying to make bunkers, and that's just causing more anguish for the Terran player on top of the ramp there.
We do see the stem forward and pick off the sentry. With another bunker fully up, we finally see a starport coming down for medic production. Medevac
I think that was more of a stim run away than anything.
Well, it was in the 15 seconds of stim. He ran forward, picked off the sentry, and ran back. But you were right about the third base coming out for Creator. After he put Bomber on that back foot, he's going for taking out the rocks, and we do see a robotics facility coming in with a couple more zealots. But we do see heavy upgrades coming from Bomber, where we don't see those on Creator's side. And I think the upgrades will definitely help in this composition, because when Creator got that early armor upgrade, it did pretty well until Bomber came in at the end of the game and just kind of stomped him. A Twilight Council's coming down right now for Creator, and I wonder if he's going to go Blink, or is he going to go for Charge Zealots?
I would probably say Blink, just to kind of preempt any medevac drop play, because that's what Terran is going to look to catch back up when they think they've got behind, or even if they know they've got behind. That's going to be one of their go-to ways to try to catch up, is to get in with drops and do some econ damage, do some damage to critical tech structures, that kind of thing.
And Bomber did use drop play very effectively in that first game, but Cloud Kingdom differs from Entomb Valley in that it has that very long cliff. This is a long cliff, but not into the main. It's only into the natural, where there isn't so much tech you can snipe off, or very easy access to the drones, probes.
We see Bomber. He's got his upgrades going. He hasn't made his armory yet, I don't think, to continue with these upgrades. There it is, coming down right now. He's got his third base coming up as well. He's doing what he can to catch up in this game, but he has an uphill battle to fight here with the tech disadvantage.
And Bomber's drop is headed into the third, where he might be able to pick off these 2 forges if but Creator's forces are right there. Oh, he's going right into the main. He's going to pick off... Is he going to pick off Blink? No, he's going to hop back and forth between the third and the main, picking off a number of probes and knocking out this one assimilator.
Yeah, doing damage to the Protoss's gas always helps a lot, since a lot of their tech is very important in this matchup.
I'm surprised we don't see the pickup yet, but he is...
He's actually standing to fight this army. He's he had a stronger army and that position right there. Now we see Creator scrambling some more of these units to try to help out here, and at the same time he's just bringing in forces up the front to stop them. actually doing a really good job of spreading the Protest army too thin to be effective versus little Bile Ball.
We have a second drop coming in on the natural, and now Bomber has caught up and taken the lead in number of workers killed, but the units on the high ground are wiping out the second drop right away, and the first drop is going to drop again in the third.
He did pick off the robotics.
Some incredible micro. He's taken the lead by almost 40 supply, just over 30, and has knocked out 32 drone probes.
Yeah, and showing you why people dislike Marauders in this matchup so much. They just kill everything so fast, and the kiting ability from the concussive shells makes Zealots a lot less effective.
With the medevacs giving high ground vision, these units on the low ground from Bomber are just knocking out all of the Zealots and probes that are coming forward to fight. And it looks like his two drop forces are... There's the GG from Creator. Oh my gosh, that was some incredible micro and multitasking from Bomber in a kind of revenge move against Creator Prime. But that was Game 3 between these folks for Losers Round 7 of IPL5. I hope you enjoyed it. From KOTV, this is myself and Eclipse. Signing off. Cheers.